and
vegetables, right? Barbecued vegetables.
yeah,
Veg.
grilled
Barbecue, grilled
Most
veg.
Gujaratis are vegetarian, so
Right, of course.
okay. Ready? Hello viewers, welcome to our program on immigration and you. I am your immigration attorney Michael Fulwani, and once again we have with us attorney David Nachman.
Hi, Michael.
So we
Nice to
first
be
of
here
all,
again.
before we start the program, we wish you and your family a very happy Memorial Day. Enjoy, have a lot of fun. I think you want to say something about wishing them.
Well, Memorial Day is the beginning of the summer, so of course we wish everyone a safe, happy, healthy holiday. And when you go out and barbecue, of course, remember that you can do the barbecue veg.
Veg barbecue.
Veg style.
But let's tell our viewers, what is this Memorial Day? What is the significance? Where the word Memorial Day is coming from? It's in memory of what?
That's a good question. I don't know what it is.
No, I think some of my recollection is in the memory of our armed forces or people that have served our country is something to do
For
with that.
all the military who have served
yeah.
over time in all the wars going
So
back.
people
and
have lost their lives. People have did for the country patriotic things like that.
Which is why over time, actually, they have in New York Fleet Week.
Exactly.
And they've invited the Navy
Yes.
and the military, the various international ships to come and go back and forth in the Hudson and to dock and allow people to go on board.
So we
and
pay
see.
tribute to them, and in their honor, this celebration takes
Exactly.
place. And it has become a kind of long weekend for people to enjoy, go out, have picnics, have barbecues, and put some, if they don't eat meat, they can put tandoori vegetables and all.
Exactly. Well, it's the traditional start of summer.
Yes.
So that's what it's known for.
Okay. With this, we just want to tell you something about a very important immigration seminar that is going to happen on June 24th in New Jersey. And my friend David Nachman is going to give you detailed information, who has organized this, when it's going to happen, what will happen in that seminar, who are the panelists. David.
Okay, so Michael, the seminar is being sponsored by Gopio, which I guess many of our viewers know. Gopio is sponsoring a seminar, hosting a seminar, and it's about U.S. and immigration laws. The seminar is going to be held at the Guru Palace on Sunday, June 24th at from 12:30 to 3:30. And there is the admission. There's a $20 admission for Gopio members and $25 for non-members, and that admission price will include lunch. So at that seminar, there are going to be several speakers from our office. Of course, myself, Michael, and Madhvi Samudrala, who is one of our attorneys, and there will be a Canadian immigration lawyer who will be speaking about foreign skilled worker programs in Canada and what options individuals have to immigrate from the United States to Canada.
So if you want to listen to all the pertinent information about U.S. immigration, about Canadian immigration, there will be a question answer session. So this will be very, very important. If you have any interest in U.S. immigration and visa processing at the American consulates abroad and many, many other issues related to that, I think it's a great opportunity where you can have a very nice lunch and then listen to our presentation, and you can ask whatever questions you want. Obviously, generally, it's a couple of minutes of answers, quick answers is something that we will do, try to answer every question. But then sometimes there are situations which really warrant. A person comes in, happened a couple of times in a seminar, a person has a whole big file and wants to review it. Something like that may be a difficult thing, and barring that, we'll be more than happy to answer any quick questions and guide you in any manner that you need in for the immigration service in the U.S. or the American consulate processing of the visas.
Right, and if you have any questions at all about the program, where it's being held, time, please feel free to email to me directly. The email the email coordinates are on your screen at this moment, and also they'll be flashed on the screen from time to time, so you can feel free to email to me or to Michael, and we'll be happy to provide you with information.
Thank you. The next item that we have now is the cutoff dates for the month of June 2012. In the family preference category, the first preference, which are for the unmarried sons and daughters over the age of 21 of US citizens, advances by 7 weeks to June 22nd, 2005. The family 2A category, which is for the husband, wife, and children under the age of 21 of green card holders, advances by 6 weeks to January 1st, 2010. The family 2B category, which are the unmarried sons and daughters of green card holders who are over the age of 21, also advances by 7 weeks to April 15, 2004. The family third preference, which are the married sons and daughters of US citizens, advances by 3 weeks to April 1, 2002. The family fourth preference, which are the brothers and sisters of US citizens, advances by 5 weeks to January 8, 2001. So very much I would say that very nicely moved all the categories in the family preference categories this month. With regard to the employment preference categories, the first preference, which are the priority workers, is current for all the countries including India. The employment second preference categories is current for most of the countries except India. Bad news for India is they become unavailable in June, and they are likely to remain unavailable until end of September. So we see what happens in October. The employment third preference, which are the professionals and skilled workers, advance 5 weeks for most of the countries except India to June 8, 2006. But for India, unfortunately, it moves only 1 week to September 15, 2002. The EW other worker category is the same as a EB3 category, that is the June 8, 2006 for all countries other than India, and for India it moves 1 week to September 15, 2002. The fourth preference, special immigrants, which include religious workers and priests, is current for all the countries. And the fifth preference, the investor category, is current for all the countries. Now let us talk, David, some of your comments, especially predictions, because this is very good I would say, for family. 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So, okay, we are happy. The employment is a big problem, especially we are talking about second preference category, which was jumping very fast. Last few months we saw it moved on almost very to 2000, close to almost 2010.
Right.
And now it has become unavailable. Only God knows. So this is a guess. What's going to happen in October 2012 when the new quota starts? The fiscal year for the visas is from October 1st to September 30th. So, and then, go ahead you, and then I have 1 or 2 more comments to make.
Well, I think, Michael, that the only comment I really have to say is that we're getting a large number of calls from our office with regard to the possibility of certain marginal cases that we did in the past that were EB2 cases where there might be a possibility where we told the individual to go back and take a look at their, to bulk up their resume. And now what we want to do is take a look at those resumes with the possibility that those may be EB1 cases, or at least the possibility of being able to overcome the criteria set forth in the Kazarian case so that we might be able to get them into an EB1 classification.
Obviously, not everybody is going to qualify.
That's correct.
There will be a limited number of people who may come under that category. But it's a good idea, a very good suggestion. Who knows? They may really have that kind of background, resume, education, experience.
Right.
But let me just make a couple of comments. Even the employment first preference, the prediction is that it is likely that for the first time, a cutoff date may be established in the near future. But even if there's a cutoff date, I don't think it's going to be a big, backlog there. So I'm not much worried about that. But there is a possibility that there may be a cutoff date established for EB1 category. And so for the employment second preference, we don't know really what's going to happen. But we hope that at least it will open up for sure. I think it will become available with whatever the cutoff date then comes in.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting thing I'm telling you, David. I don't know when even lawyers and people think like the way I think, for example, in a way. Here comes a young guy who has a EB3 case. I mean, he's waiting in line. And look, EB3 is right now 2002. So he's looking at about 10 years of waiting, maybe more.
Right.
10 years of waiting. Now, he was with me in a consultation, and he says, I've been looking and some proposals have come up, and some nice girls I'm looking. So I am confused what to do. I say, well, why don't you do this? Find out where these girls were born. Okay?
Oh,
I'm not saying
cross-chargeability.
Cross-chargeability. No, I'm not saying that you should marry just because of moving faster to get a green card. But let us say that they are on equal level. Do you like this?
If perchance you just happen to be marrying a person who's not from India, then what you can do is
India and
take,
China, yeah.
correct. You can take advantage
So basically,
of
he
the
says
cross-chargeability.
there are two girls alike, both of them, equally like, and that's okay, fine. One is born in India and one is born in one of the other countries. Could be Pakistan, could be Bangladesh, could be Nepal, could be neighboring country, any other country, and he gets married to that girl. Immediately, a big jump takes place because under the rule of cross-chargeability, now he can take the place of the wife's country of birth, and which is 2006. So it jumps from 2002 to 2006. And then maybe he already has a priority date of, for example, 2006. He just gets a green card right away in a few months.
Right.
Good idea?
That's a possibility.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And well, the idea is to present our viewers with options to be able to move their green cards faster. So,
See,
yeah.
one of the things that we're going to let us talk a little bit today about finding the right lawyers and all that. There are a lot of lawyers and good lawyers also, but it's not just good lawyer, a lot of knowledge. Sometimes it's a question of creativity. You have to be creative legally, nothing wrong. It's not people say loophole, loophole, loophole. I'm not talking about a loophole. Something which the law says you can do it, but you are not looking at that.
Right.
For example, you just mentioned that you are used to say people on EB3, why don't you look at EB2? Now that EB2 has got a hit, you are now saying, why don't we sit down and go over and maybe see EB1? And how many people will think that if I have these girls' proposals, I choose based upon their country of birth? But it's there, in the law, permits the rule of cross-chargeability.
Right.
So it's a good idea.
Exactly.
Now that leads to another subject, which is not what we thought we were going to discuss today. But in that connection, the question comes about choosing a right lawyer. How many cases we get, you, me, which are botched by other attorneys, completely going in the wrong lane, wrong advice, wrong guidance, and serious problem. Then they come to you and come to me and talk, say, what can you do, what can you do? And there are some cases where we can, damage control, or we can help trying to correct the situation, or maybe start a new case. And some that is nothing we can do. It's already in deportation, there's order of deportation that came on that. It's very difficult. And they don't realize that the consequences of going to agents, travel agents, notary publics, or unethical attorneys is very serious.
Yes.
So it's very, very important. I mean, I want to give repeatedly a message we have done in the past. I want to talk about that also. If a person is looking for a good lawyer, what is that? How does he find out? Because many times people say, oh, I don't know. I say, why did you go to this lawyer who is clearly unethical? And he would say, I don't know, my cousin said he had used them 10 years ago.
Right.
But that's not enough. 10 years ago, something might have been very small. That doesn't mean that your complicated cases that he can also handle properly. I think we are running out of time, David. So let us bring this program to a conclusion today, and keep watching us every Saturday at 7:45 p.m. and every Sunday at 11:45 a.m. Thank you very much and goodbye. You knew it. I mean,
No, I forgot. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
but we make
yeah, it's for the.
covered up. No, I said no.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine. It was funny.
No,
All right,
no, what I'm
so-
saying that a lot of our Indians these days, without knowing what it is, they think a long weekend, long weekend.
I celebrate it without knowing what it is too, and I'm American. Good. You,
Michael, you put him on a spot. When you
I
ask
did
what
not-
you know,
yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah.
I did this.
Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying, is there something I'm missing here? Because
No, I had this honestly.
yeah,
I had
it
the
was
slightest
funny.
idea. I thought you, of course, you would know. I mean, why would you not?
no, I was thinking barbecues. I didn't. I was going to say memorial for the barbecue. I don't know. Yeah. All right, that's funny. Okay. So what do you want to do now? You want to do?
Filmy section.
I also have this to announce.
Which
This is the new immigration program. You know, they just announced this yesterday, and that actually should have been probably in tomorrow's.
See, 1 second. Give me a sec.
It's the new transformation that they're now going electronic. Everything is going to be filed online now. Online.
They won't permit paper filings.
No, they will, but they're going to do it online. Online filings. You can open up a profile, and I can talk about transformation.
Yeah.
You know,
But
if you
that
want,
will
give me 5 minutes to talk
Yeah,
about
this
that.
won't take more than.
No, it
5
won't
minutes.
take me long.
Because we already have electronic filings. This extending. We have no electronic filings. So many petitions.
Yeah, but these are going to be for reinstatement for students, for
So they're
change
expanding.
of status and extension of
It's
status.
not a new program, but they are expanding.
Yeah, they're expanding the
Yeah,
program.
that's what
Yeah,
it is.
But the thing is that now you'll have an opportunity to open up a profile online, and basically this database, you know, like Zoom,
Yeah.
you know, they're very concerned because they're going to lose their the edge that they have, because you're going to be able to use USCIS's
Yeah.
database.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So
Okay, we'll do that.
yeah, it's just 5 minutes. I mean, whenever, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do Bollywood on this one? Do Bollywood.
Sorry, what did you say? Number 2, 4, no?
The only thing.
They left most.
Oh, 2. I thought you said 4
I know
before.
before, now I changed it.
Oh, you, so I'm on 2 now. Okay, I got it. I got
The
it.
only problem
Yeah.
is that we have to let him know on the Bollywood that he has to switch back and forth more
Yeah.
when he films that, because that's going to be on the internet. So
Yeah.
he, you know, the way he stays on one of us, he has to switch
But
a little
always
more.
does it.
No, but. Yeah, it's for the.
Covered up, no? I said no.
Yeah, it was good.
Him about the latest news on immigration, which will be 5-7 minutes. Then he's going to give back to me, and the program is journey from Bollywood to Hollywood, in terms of, you know, how we went and how we got involved and all
No,
those things.
just do that. Don't
And
worry
like,
about this.
so-
Don't worry about this. Just journey Bollywood to Hollywood, and then what we're going to do is we're
You
going
don't
to
want
use
this,
that
okay.
for the. No. Don't worry. Yeah, just Bollywood to Hollywood. We're going to.
Okay. And only thing when I'm talking, you should shifted camera quickly. You know.
Between the two
He
of us,
always
yeah.
does it.
And then the other thing is that some, like, if you can get a shot, you know, the way you go out on the shot, that would be good too, because this is going to be on the internet. Okay, because we created a Bollywood site, so this is going to be the
This is a
video for the
program,
Bollywood
yeah,
site.
We will also use that for a
Yeah.
website.
Okay.
That I won't be able to move the camera right now because I'm all alone here. But I'll be able to
Yeah.
switch.
No, but you'll be able to like
Switch,
Yeah,
yeah.
no problem. Okay,
yeah.
good. Thank you. Thanks. Okay.
Why don't you start with this? Listen, and I also just say hello, welcome. You say.
That's for the.
Covered up, no? I said no.
Yeah, it was good.
This
Okay. Do you want me to do the opening? Hello, viewers.
Yeah, an opening for this question. So you are asking in me, in other, you are telling the viewers that this is
Yeah,
that
like
we are doing now.
Like
we are
I'll be
part
an
of-
interviewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But basically, I'm going to say a lot, but basically, you're introducing a subject and saying, let Michael tell me about now. You tell me about your
No,
journey
no. I
from Bollywood
got
to
it.
Hollywood.
I got
Bring
it.
to that
Okay,
point and
yeah.
then I'll say journey.
Ready? Yeah. And I should do the hello viewers?
No, I'll say hello
Okay,
and then.
okay.
Covered up, no? I said no.
Yeah, it was good.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to our program on immigration and you. I'm your immigration attorney, Michael Fulwani, and once again, we have with us attorney David Nachman. I think David wanted to has some kind of
Agenda.
agenda.
I have
that
an
he said.
agenda.
So let's know.
I have an agenda, Michael, because Michael, many of our viewers know that we were recently in India and we traveled around, especially in Mumbai, and had an opportunity to visit many of our clients, many of our friends who are very active in the Bollywood industry. And it was fascinating for me because, of course, I'm not as familiar with the Bollywood industry, to have had an opportunity to see how close and personal the relationships that you have with some of the directors, the actors, the actresses. And this is a great time for me, Michael, to have an opportunity to ask you a little bit about your history in the Bollywood industry and how you've taken your journey, and of course our firm, from Bollywood to Hollywood. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, David, it's a long story. The journey from Bollywood to Hollywood, let us call this program as a journey, not in terms of our shootings or our being actors, but in terms of our representing many of the singers, dancers, drama groups, shooting groups, bringing the people from India to US. Let me go back about 50 years. 50.
Only 50. Okay.
Only 50 years.
Okay.
And I had just started my practice of law at that time, but I always involved somehow, interested in the movies, and got into that business. Part-time, we started a small company of film distribution. And we used to get some second-run movies and started then exhibiting them. Exhibiting means screening. Mm-hmm. When you say distributor, I was distributor who distributes, give the films, give the movies to the cinemas, which are theaters, to run. So they are called the exhibitors. Okay. So this is what I did for some period of time. And while I'm going, I want to acknowledge 2 or 3 names of the people who were instrumental in my involvement with the Bollywood at that time. Mm-hmm. And one of the person I want to mention at this time is my very old close friend, Mr. A.R. Vyas. Okay. As you know, you might know about his son, Ashok also.
Okay, yes.
So his father used to be a big film distributor. He used to do the same thing. And with him, I got involved, and then we both together started this business. Okay. And we got very much interested in the course of doing that business. And we met, through that thing, when these people used to come to India, like Jaipur, where the city is, they would generally call the company their own distribution company or somebody who knew to take care of them. Mm-hmm. And I know the names I'm saying probably you might have never heard. I met people, big actors like Dilip Kumar, like Devanand, and I think K. Asif, who made a movie of Mughal Azam. Actually, we went with him and his wife to Ajmer for Dargah Sharif. That's a Muslim place.
Yeah, of course.
So, and met Mr. Sunil Dutt. He was a lawyer, by the way, then became a big actor. And his first movie was a movie called Railway Platform. And then I went to see that with a group of students, met him. So this way, I got very much involved in that. And their movies, well known. Our viewers will know what I'm talking about, though. Movies like evergreen movies. I remember some of the name: Baiju Bawra, Tarana, Amar, Ar Par, Jhansi Ki Rani, Amar Singh Rathod. many old, I mean, I can hundreds of them, I can.
So but at that time, you weren't an immigration lawyer. You were
No, I
interested
was
in the film
local
industry.
local law. No, I used
Okay.
to handle local cases, municipal cases, other cases.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm not a big time lawyer, but I was interested in Bollywood, and they got involved in business, make a little money there. But it was my passion, and in the course of that, because I was a lawyer, these company theaters or other distributors wanted some legal to make an agreement between them and this, and little problems. They also retained me to handle some of the legal affairs. So,
Okay.
so it and all. But I always, always thought of being in Bollywood, a part of Bollywood, and that's how it started. Now, I came to United States, I'm saying about 40 years ago. When I came in, initially I got started in doing some work, and my first job was as a claims person. And then I got admitted to the bar, and they started working on immigration. And immediately the immigration practice got started, faster and faster. With the immigration.
Just out of curiosity, Michael, if I can interrupt you, when did you start filming ITV? Because I know how excited you are
exactly, I
when
tell
you come to do a filming.
1976.
Okay.
So you can
Okay.
say it's about 30 years.
Yeah, it's amazing.
almost,
Wow.
Non-stop.
Yeah, it's
Every week.
amazing. Yep, the show must go on.
Show must go on.
Right.
Never, ever miss the show. So, and thanks all the viewers for these years. I mean, I get clients today who said, oh, I watched you when I was 5 years old with my father and the family. So they have grown up on watching me on ITV, and now they are getting married, and they are coming, the children or the grandchildren are coming to get married, and they say, we know you are our
Terrific.
family lawyer. And what.
Quite a legacy. Yeah.
So then what happens during this period, small things came in. And at this time also acknowledge one of my friends, Mr. Yashpal Soi, who used to bring these small singers and all that. And he came first time to me, he said wanted to bring Ghulam Ali from Pakistan.
Okay.
So at that time, I said, no problem, I prepared the papers. You'll be surprised, you'll be shocked. I prepared the papers, I went to the immigration office, and I talked to the person, an officer who was doing that, who said, give me the papers, give me a slip, go down, pay the fees, come up. And she went on a typewriter, tick, 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 and typed the approval notice and gave me in the hand. And I told Mr. So you sit in my office, I'm coming back.
People now don't even know what a typewriter is.
Exactly. So when I come back, I say, here it is. What is it? I say, approval. So what do you mean approval? You just went and had lunch and you came back? I say, yes, here it is. And you can send to him. Then, of course, it started.
So that started
lot
to
of other
develop
singers,
relationships
drama
and-
groups.
Great.
And the other person, of course, I'll recognize is Mr. Kanu Chauhan. I did a lot of shows, lots of shows, big, small dramas. Then came a time, then Mr. Chauhan introduced me to the Kapoor brothers, the sons of, all the three sons of Raj Kapoor, Rishi Kapoor, Ranbir Kapoor, and they came to...
So those names are more familiar to me.
Make a movie. First time, that was my first shooting case. And they came to make a name called Aa Ab Laut Chale, a very nice movie they made here. And they spent about 3 months with us here. So then, once that happened, a lot of other producers got involved, they interested. And everybody, of course, asked him, how did you go? How did you get the visa? And at that time, what happening, a lot of producers going directly to the consulate to apply for a B1, B2 visa for shooting. Consulate, I cannot issue that. You have to get an approval from the US. Approval from the US, oh, now we don't know, only 1 month left, 2 months left, nobody ever told us. And they started calling Mr. Kapoor, other people, and he will say, okay, here it is. He pick me a phone and say, talk to this man, talk to that man. And it started. Today, you know that we represent, I would say, more than 75-80% of the entire Bollywood is still, we handle
very
the shootings,
yeah.
over no 2 cases.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to ask you, Michael, is maybe you can tell us just quickly, what are some of the visas of choice? And I know that you mentioned the P visa, and I was under the impression from our discussions with with our clients that the P stands for the Pawani visa, but I understand that it's actually not. It's the performing artist. But maybe you can tell me what visas of choice.
Let me tell you that that time that I was talking about 40 years ago, 50 years ago, it was H1 visa, H1B.
Right.
H1B that you are down now today for technologists and IT people and all that. For all these performers, it was the same visa. Models were the same visa.
Right. That was distinguished merit and ability. That was
and
the
then the laws
pre-1990.
changed and they first they said no. They made different rules. They later on then also they brought in the union advisory opinions. I remember there was senator from
1991,
Connecticut.
yeah.
Connecticut is the senator or somebody who introduced this to protect the U.S. workers.
Correct,
He
yeah.
said before you can bring anybody, you must consult the unions, and they have
Condition application.
Yeah,
right,
of course, that
yeah. Mm-hmm.
opinion, as we know, is not binding on the immigration service, but then we have to go. Now, anybody comes in, we got to package, we got to give all the background, the publicity materials, the extraordinary ability, the why other people are coming, essentiality. There are a lot of issues.
So
lot
let's
of
say,
issues
okay,
in
so
that.
let's say you have a model that comes to you, a person who wants to come, whether it be a male or a female model. What type of visas would you look at? I mean, one would definitely be the H, because the H still exists for models, and a lot of people think that you have to have the bachelor's degree, but for models,